Hey, so today we're talking all things laser inside your kitchen.
What's cooking good looking?
Popped out from
Hey everybody, it's Nick and Walker at Full Spectrum Laser and welcome to Laser Talk Live.
That's right, it's Wednesday. Sorry, it's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. It's 4 o'clock on the West Coast, it's 7 o'clock out on the East Coast. We're here to talk about all things lasers, and today we're talking about lasers in your kitchens. So we have kitchen things that we can do with your lasers. So many things inside the kitchen. I mean, just last week we did a kind of adjacent to the kitchen. It's my favorite activity in the kitchen. It's having just a little bit of wine while you're cooking. Great wine holder here that we did last week. That project's available. The wind chime?
Yeah.
Wind chime, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Sounds great.
Sounds terrific. I think the only thing that needs is maybe a little handle.
Oh yeah, that would be
some
nice.
little that'd be great. But anyways, we got a whole bunch of different applications and things to talk about using the laser inside the kitchen. And I mean, the ideas here are limitless.
I mean, everything in the kitchen kind of like goes to the dining room, right? And it just kind of spreads out from there. So it's got a lot of things.
And it's literally almost everything inside your kitchen can be lasered one way or another, whether it's marking it with a CO2 or fiber laser, cutting out something to hold it, to hold under it.
If you're really awesome, you take off your refrigerator door, put it in your 48 by 36, engrave the top of it.
That is something to do. That is,
you could do that. That would be awesome. You could put Han Solo like.
Walker's obviously not a homeowner thinking about reselling his refrigerator or home at any point.
It's custom fridge.
Custom fridge. It's a line item on the Zillow report.
Yeah.
Customized refrigerator.
That's awesome.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it'd be amazing for like the fridge in your garage or the refrigerator that's out back.
Like an old school fridge.
Yeah, it's got your sodas in them. Like Mom used to put the sodas out in the garage.
Yeah, the special fridge.
Yeah, absolutely. The special. Oh, and mostly that's like where Dad keeps things.
The good stuff.
The brewskis, right. So we did a few things here, example-wise, like in our lobby we have things like this, like a rolling pin, which is engraved with a riser and rotary, which you could do with the riser on the hobby that we have a sale going for right now. With we'll talk about that a little bit later, but the rotary device is great for things like this, so being able to engrave a full round now. What's this called again? This is a rolling pin. Now, you get a really good texture with the dough when you roll with this rolling pin, right? Like you get the all the little places for the Parmesan and butter and garlic and things to grab onto.
The cookies pop out.
Yeah.
What I really like is when people grab this at trade shows and they go, wow, you 3D printed wood.
That happens, it probably happens 4 times a trade show at least. Yeah, at least.
Which is cool.
I think it's always because we're right in the 3D printing area of trade shows, so they're always just assumed that like, well, you couldn't have used a laser for this.
Yeah, trees 3D print themselves. So.
Every year. Then we had a really cool, this is actually a really popular thing with the laser, to the cutting board. Real simple, easy thing to do. This one's filled with just a little bit of paint.
Yeah, I think you use that special paint.
Oh yeah, the laser dark, absolutely.
Yeah. How do you feel about that stuff?
It's okay. Honestly, if I had to, just from a consumer standpoint, it's watered down spray paint. Like it's just, I wouldn't pay any extra money for laser dark spray.
No, I would just mask it and then just do it the right way. It's all about how you do it.
Yeah, they have spray and stain. They have paint and stain inside spray cans, anyways. Like, I would just use that. I think laser dark's like $30 a can or something like that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I really think it's plasti, dude.
Plasti, dude?
Yeah.
You
like
think it's
feeling it, it's a little bit rubberized. Like
it's got a little bit of texture to it.
Yeah,
that could be done. Yeah. Another thing, every hot plate needs a place to go in the kitchen. This is a great, what do you call these? Just a hot plate coaster. Hot plate.
It's like where you put the hot pot, right?
Scott likes to call these the coasters of the kitchen table.
Yeah.
These are great. Anyways, you put your hot serving plate here on coasters like this. This is a great, easy thing to make
and this
for
is
the
one
holidays.
of our free projects.
Absolutely. This is a actually sponsored design from one of our featured makers, 30 Circles. So this is a simple 2-layer vector cut. You see Walker just did 2 great stains to give a little bit of a contrast from the top and the bottom. This is a really simple, easy project you can knock out.
And then we started playing with knives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
whoa, that's not a knife. This is a knife. Now we get
you did that on the fiber,
on
right?
the fiber, yeah. So we're really excited about the Game of Thrones season coming up here. So we did some Dinner is Coming. So that's a proper knife.
And we're going to be doing a knife, but I don't think that's a knife. This is a
Okay.
knife.
All right. The king of one-uppers, Walker. Okay.
I feel like
How
this
old
is
were you when you got
dangerous.
this knife?
I was
Let's hear the
very
story.
young. I can't believe my mom bought, like, I was 13 years old and we went to the swap meet and she let me buy this. This thing is like huge.
It's huge.
And dangerous.
So we're actually going to engrave that knife on the Pro 48 here, probably somewhere between Christmas and New Year's as one of our fun engravings. Yeah. So Walker will have a fun design that we'll do on that, and we'll see that nice big knife. But you can do kitchen knives, even like difficult knives like this Damascus steel knife. You can do really in-depth engravings on. Actually, can you show over on Scott's? I think this does better. No, sorry, Charles a 3 for, and then we'll just have Scott play nice.
Look at that. Look at Scott creeping behind that knife.
Oh, it's like Wilson from that show with Tim Allen, Over the Fence.
Except with knives.
Yeah, nice. Anyway, so this is done, we did a couple passes on this on the fiber, but whether it's a dark brown mark like this, a nice clean silver mark on the Damascus, or a bunch of other different colors with the fiber, like all of your metal utensils inside the kitchen, whether it's serving spoons, nice silverware. Like I can imagine my mom loving her nice silverware, having like the family crest on the handle of all of them. That'd be really cool. And you don't have to like use the nice silverware to do that. You can just go get a set of silverware, engrave some stuff on them, and then that's now the nice set of silverware, which is kind of nice. Yeah,
that is cool.
Yeah.
Or you can make a little airplane that holds a spoon and then.
Oh, and there's here comes the airplane. Here comes our food. That used to work for me all the time. Except my mom did the tugboat. She's like, you gotta open up for the tugboat.
It takes like an hour to get through.
Well, she did it real slow, that's the thing. Yeah. So outside of cutting boards, rolling pins, you can also do things that accent the actual kitchen, like the backsplash of your stove and stuff. That's very easy to do.
So we got some great pictures to show.
Yeah, why don't we go into the photos?
Yeah. Some good examples here.
This is a great example you pulled up. This is cast iron, right?
Yeah, cast iron, I believe on a fiber. I know a lot of people do these for weddings and stuff, and they just spray paint them black and then hit them with something else with the CO2. So, I don't know, it's a nice, cool, little clean application for decoration.
Yeah, I could see everyone in the middle states loving this as like a small town, like little accent inside the kitchen. My mom would love a cast iron with engraving on the back. That might be a gift I do before Christmas season comes. Mom, if you're watching, forget what I just said.
No promises.
Good restaurant decor.
Oh, great restaurant decor. Really good point, Scott. All right, what else we got here?
Good knife.
Another great knife example. That one looks really fun. Looks like they did the wooden handle and the metal on the blade there as well.
Yeah, so CO2 and fiber.
So the best combo.
That
What
is
else
a
we
good
got
combo
here?
to have.
Oh, these are really cute. You found really fun ones here.
Yeah, little kitty cats on there.
Yeah. So a tablespoon is like like Garfield is obviously the one on the left, and then like the one on the right is like a baby kitten.
Yeah, little kittens and then the fatty.
Fatty. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else we got?
And then more rolling pins.
I thought the one you pulled there of the maze is great. Real simple pattern that can repeat itself as it goes around and gives a really cool look on all the different cookies. So you can imagine if you cut a bunch of cookies, you could quickly just put a maze pattern.
Imagine a Pac-Man pattern.
Oh, be so smart. Yeah, imagine if the shapes were Pac-Man and the ghost, and then you could put the maze inside. There it is.
Cool.
What else we got here? This one, so clean.
Very clean. And I feel like you can actually use that one.
Absolutely.
Like it doesn't have too many small pieces where like stuff would get into. And the cutting board itself is nice. Like a bamboo one, not so nice because when you engrave it, there's just so many different like grains and densities that get in the way of an engraving. But a nice solid piece of wood like this looks good.
And the solid boards, when you're doing the engravings for cutting boards, are great too because you don't have to do a very deep mark to get a good look.
Yeah.
What else we got? Then this one, I think, is when you put it all together, right?
Yeah, so there's a nice placemat that's actually cut out of wood. They could have done right above that with a nice piece of paper or something like that, cloth, and then they put the little name in the inside.
I think the little name is a perfect little accent. You can run off all the names. Even if you're not hosting Christmas dinner at your house, you could easily make all the place settings for Grandma or Mom or Aunt May, whoever's hosting Christmas this year. Just give them a call.
Look at that picture. You could do the candle holders, you could do the forks if you have a fiber, and you could do the table.
Absolutely.
Or the glasses.
There's literally nothing on there you couldn't do except maybe that feather. There's a feather at the top of the screen there? Is that not a feather?
That's from the turkey.
Ah. And then this is one of your favorites, right? Like you love spice rack stuff.
I just like how simple it is.
Yeah. Really easy design.
And everybody has all those spices, even if you don't cook for some reason they're in your kitchen.
Because you've needed one for one thing once, and now it's
just sitting there, just getting nasty.
Yeah, real simple design, and that's a good thing. You can hang that on your wall, or you can hang that in the inside of the cabinet door, right?
Yeah, cabinet door would be nice, or just engrave the cabinet itself.
Walker's kid's been taking things off and putting them inside of his huge laser. If you guys haven't picked up on that at home.
I love that idea.
What else we got here, Charles? I think this is the last one, right?
This is cool.
Yeah, this backsplash, I mean, this is where I think you killed it. Those are big sections, but you'd easily do something like this with the CO2 laser.
Yeah, CO2 laser, I think that's blue glass that they edge lit, and they just continued the design throughout it, which is so easy to do, but it looks awesome.
Looks amazing. Like, what a simple thing to do, and really, like, if you're going to personalize your kitchen, like, there's no better way to do it than have a personalized backsplash, whether it's your family's initials, the color palette that you followed along in the kitchen, but a little accent. Like I thought the one I liked the best is they did a normal backsplash, kind of like a subway tile, but they took one subway tile and they put the family initials, each family member's initials in it, and awesome. It's just there forever. Yeah, really cool thing.
I mean, you could do any design crossing like 6, whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
And just put them on the floor, on the walls, in your bathroom.
That might be a fun little project for us to do. Just tile out maybe a dozen tiles and do a pattern
one
across
design
it.
across it.
Yeah,
I want to do that.
Yeah. Anyway, those are the examples we had for some of the kitchen applications for CO2 and fiber lasers here at Full Spectrum. Now we have a really cool section we're going to go into next, and we actually had a really cool customer come in and have a few words with you this week, right? Or it was the last week, excuse me.
It was last week. Earl came in and he bought a Muse, and he set it up inside of his RV, but it's also outside of his RV, right?
So let's take a look. That's kind of an interesting thing to say.
So he's got this pull-out he set his Muse up completely. He can run it from the side of his RV, and I just think that is very cool.
Very cool. So basically, he can travel around the country anywhere he wants to go, set up at maker shows, at different festivals, whatever, or he can just pull into a nice secluded campground and get to work, because venting is really easy when it's already outside there. Like, doesn't have to worry about venting very far. Yeah. And two, when you're already outside, like, what a perfect little place to have as a make station. Is that the only photo we have?
We got another one.
I think we got one more.
No?
Right? Yeah, here it is.
Oh, there we go.
It's no small RV either. This guy's got a full...
That thing is awesome.
Full rig. He lives aboard this, right? Like, that's what he lives on?
He was traveling across the country. I forget what reason, but he lives in California.
California. So, like, as he's traveling coast to coast, he stays in there extensively. And if you can keep making while you're traveling, I mean, that's the dream of all dreams.
Yeah, just imagine the other people coming out of their RVs, like, somebody has a campfire going on.
They're just, or worse, is someone burning flesh? Yeah. Just engraving leather. Yeah. Good morning, Steve.
Sure.
Yeah. The camper, though, with the addition on the side, you can imagine if he's running the Muse off the camper's power supply, it can't be too complicated or too much draw, because really what a testament for the dexterity and versatility of Muse. Like, if you can put it and install it on an RV and run it off of essentially shore power, I mean, that's a pretty versatile laser. And
he's hot spotting it off his phone, so he doesn't need Wi-Fi. Like, super cool.
Super easy.
I bet you're jealous.
Pretty jealous. I'll be honest with you. That's essentially Nick in like 40 years, maybe less.
40 years.
Yeah, it's probably.
Sorry, Earl.
That's probably in 20 years. Sorry, Earl. But I mean, you switch out that RV for like a schoolie bus. Yeah, that's like a dream of dreams. Absolutely. Looks like we have a few more things to kind of go through now. We have another sale that we just started. We're actually going through the last bit of our 5S inventory. We're having kind of a blowout sale. Now, you can get a 5S two different ways. If you're looking to get a hobby laser, I think we have a lower third we can put up that has both options. That has a $3,500 option and a $3,000 option. For $3,000, you can get your 5S complete system. That's all the accessories you need. And then for $3,500, you can actually get a riser and rotary combo included as well. So, two great deals to take advantage of. We'll have a link down below in the video if you want to take advantage of the sale. Contact your sales rep to get the best price as always, but a really easy way to save some money and get a laser in your house before the end of the year. Looks like we've got some questions coming from Facebook, Scott.
Yeah, we got some hellos and a question coming from Facebook from our regulars. We've got Yayo.
What's up,
Yayo? What's up, Yayo?
John and Janet, of course. And we got Brooke saying
Oh,
hi.
Brooke, what's up, Brooke?
She's just saying
Brooke,
hi to
what's
me,
up?
though.
Scott. Wow.
Oh, what, Brooke?
John and Jeanette,
All right.
what's
We got
up,
Josh
guys?
and yeah. And Yayo asked, do you have the price of the big rotary? I think he's talking about. He
Yeah,
said,
yo,
"I
yeah.
want the
You
small
have
one."
the you have a hobby machine, yeah, yo. So you only have access to the friction rotary, actually.
Yes.
So in order to have the other two options, larger rotary options, you actually need to upgrade to a Pro Series system. So with the Pro Series system, you have a beefier friction rotary. I'd say is a good way to put
Yeah.
it. It's just a little bulkier, and then the chuck rotary actually has a metal clamp chuck that actually goes on the inside or can clamp on the outside of your rotary device to give you just a more secure and accurate.
I really think the friction rotary, though, is pretty versatile.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially if you're using hobby lasers, there's not much room to do any other size of rotary inside of your riser rotary combo. So that's really the options you're left with. If you're looking for something different, though, you would again have to upgrade to a Pro Series system. What else we got coming up for the Book of Faces?
Scroll down, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
Oh, see, look, John said, how about doing your cabinet doors?
Cabinet doors, look at that. Taking stuff.
You don't even need the big
Yeah,
one.
yo,
You
no
can use
reason
the.
to be upset. Yeah, yo.
Pro-
There's
or
that
use
friction
smallest
rotary you
Pro.
have for the hobby works terrific, and it'll do anything you need to do as far as hobby-sized projects for your laser. Nothing to frowny face. I'm not sure what I think that is.
Very sad.
You'll be just fine. We'd love to see some of your results though when you use your rotary device. Yeah, yo. When you get a chance.
And if anybody has any ideas that they want us, to do.
Absolutely. So if you, let's say, I wonder, have you ever engraved a baseball? Actually, we have. But if there's
Yeah.
something you maybe think we haven't done, we'll throw Walker in there and we'll let him try. No reason for you to try and get hurt or ruin something at home. Like,
Yeah.
we'll let Walker ruin it
Let's
here
do
at
it.
the
Let me
office.
do it.
That's what he's here for. Anything else coming from the book?
Oh,
of
we got a
features?
question from Amy in Las Vegas, who's one of our regulars who ask a lot of questions. And she's curious, Walker, what was your favorite laser project you did in 2018?
Ooh,
It's a lot.
I know it's a lot of
to
projects.
think about.
that's a lot of projects.
Uh,
Kind of throwing
inst-
you under the bus here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instantly, I want to say the octopus light
Octopus Light was a really good
It's,
one. I like that one a lot.
because it was really, a lot going on.
Was it? Yeah.
And like, I think I focused too much on the project itself. So like when the show happened, I was like drained of energy. So the the project's awesome though.
I think that's another one I liked that you did was the Thai pagoda house.
Oh, yeah.
Real simple little notch
That was
together.
this year.
Was that last year?
I think that was.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh,
Jeez.
goes by when you're having
It's
fun.
so much fun, just all merged together.
And wait till you see what we have cooking up for Thursday.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Looks like we got one from Garrett in Austin here.
Garrett in Austin, another regular, said looking to cut original business cards in bulk. Any suggestions of how many cards I can stack without issues?
Stack?
I think he wants to cut through them. Cut.
Just
vector
the
Oh, so
cutting.
base?
so you've printed the cards, then you're vector cutting the cards out?
Yeah. You
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what cardstock you have. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
but-
think I know enough information. I would start with few and then add. So like start with maybe two or three.
I've done construction paper up to like, I want to say 10 with no problem on a Pro.
On a Pro.
Yeah.
Absolutely. With you have 90 watts, 10 with 45 watt system, I would stay below half a dozen to be sure you don't get any charring. And then two, like you'd imagine when this stacks the paper all together, as soon as there gets a little bit of air from the air assist in between your paper, it's the highest risk of fire in your lasers when you have stacked material, especially stacked paper. So just keep that in mind as
You
you're
can always
doing.
clamp them together.
You can always
It
clamp.
helps a
You can
bit.
do a few things, but nothing keeps it together at the point of attack. So where the
Yeah.
laser's actually cutting, there's nothing keeping that from flaring up and moving. So when your air assist is blowing down there, you're also bellowing air in between your stacks of paper. So just keep that in mind that there's a very high risk of fire when you're stacking paper. Just stay very close to your laser and
The
don't leave it
precision
unattended.
goes down. The more
Absolutely.
you stack them.
So the least amount of paper you have stacked, i.e. like the fewer pieces stacked, the more accurate your cut's going to be, because the further your stack is thick, the more out of focus the bottom of the stack will be essentially.
And it has to penetrate 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely.
Got a question from Steve. on Facebook.
Steve, what's up, Steve?
Says he designs mostly his stuff in Inkscape, but sometimes the fonts he uses in Inkscape files don't import and appear exactly the same in RE3. He says they come off looking like a different font. Is he doing something wrong?
Simple fix.
Yes. Convert them to an object. So if you have a text and it's coming in like a default text rather than some sort of cursive that you selected, just convert it to an object.
And that is the easy way to do it. The slightly more difficult way to do it is you can actually add those text files to RE3, or at least give RE3 access to those text files in the file menu. We'll do a short video on this. I realize we haven't done a video on this before. It hasn't really come up before, but we'll show in a video sometime this week on how to add fonts to your RE3 so they recognize all the fonts you have on your computer. It's very simple to do as well, but the easiest way to do it is in Inkscape, creating those or turning those fonts into outlines. If you're an Illustrator user, you want to right-click and create outlines.
Yeah.
We got another question from Richard England, I believe, is a new watcher, and he asked, if I upgrade from the 90 watt to the 120 watt laser tube, what do I achieve?
Faster cuts?
Well, your machine doesn't necessarily become faster, but by having more power with your laser, you're able to go faster while you cut.
Yeah, so if you cut 1/4 inch at a certain speed, you're going to be able to speed that up.
Right, so let's say you were batching out hundreds of From Santa tags for one of Santa Produce Helpers. Yeah, thanks. So if I had to do 100 of those, I would have to go significantly slower if I was using a 90 watt tube to cut through 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch material. So what you're gaining by boosting up to 120 watts is by getting that extra, whatever, 33% more power, you're actually increasing your speed and then decreasing the amount of time your laser's on. So by your laser being on less time, the length of your laser is increased. By having your speed of the laser being going faster, you're saving time. So you actually get a lot out of getting a 120 watt tube, but I think the most important thing is you can cut through thicker material.
Yes.
Yeah.
And more dense material.
Absolutely.
Sometimes that 90 watt just can't cut through something that's extremely dense and thick.
What do you have problems with the most you see?
I would say some nice hardwoods that are, you know, maybe a couple ply thick with lots of glue.
Oh, so you're talking like apply with glues. Right,
yeah.
Right.
And it just, sometimes 90 watt, I need to slow down significantly to cut through that. And to get a cleaner edge, I could bump it to a 120 watt and cut it at a not only faster speed, but it will have a cleaner output.
Absolutely. I'm sure everyone that's ever worked with wood knows that if you're sourcing your wood from like Lowe's or Home Depot, you're not paying for quality by any means. You're paying for the convenience of it being at Lowe's right there next to super glue.
It's right there.
It's right there. Unfortunately, you trade out with that little bit of convenience, quality. So with lower quality wood, especially MDF board, I'd say if there's one piece of material that the 120 watt is made specifically for, it's for 1/2 inch MDF. Because
that stuff's the worst.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than cutting through MDF board. I mean, it's powder and glue. So cutting through that, you're dealing with a lot. So with odd materials, 120 watt, you're really getting a lot of bang for your buck using 120 watts over 90 watt. I see a lot more people upgrading 120 watts as they buy their system right off the gate. So I see about half the Pro units leave the I guess our shipping area with a 120 watt tube rather than 90 watt tube. So a lot more people are up. If I had to pick between, like, especially if it's a few $100s difference between a tube that's going to last at least twice as long and going to be much faster and much more powerful, I couldn't imagine a situation where I would only want a 90 watt. Maybe if you had like a Pro 24 where that's the only thing that fits in it, and that's the size, you're restricted on size. But if you have a Pro 36 or 48, get that 120 watt tube. And I know it sounds easy from us, we work here and we're sales guys, but like Walker has a 48 in his garage, like we use a 48 out here, and I'm so American saying that it always has to be more, right? I'll always want a bigger laser. I always want a stronger laser because sometimes I find something that it just can't do. Absolutely. And having the right tool for that job, the best thing about the laser is you can always dial down.
Yes.
You know, it's very hard to dial, like you can't really dial past the capabilities of the laser. So.
Yeah. Or else you're like slowing down significantly. That was a long answer. Yeah.
Looks like Mike Beck has a question that should be directed towards tech support. That's a very specific thing. I'm not sure exactly how to help you with that, Mike, on air, but just contact support today. They are open for another, what time is it here? Another hour.
Connect it while it's off, first of all, Mike.
Yeah, quick suggestions: power the machine completely off, connect it, then power the machine always on. You should never connect your rotary device when the machine's powered on. That's all mentioned in your rotary paperwork that you got with the thing. We actually just put out a good video maybe 2 weeks ago with the rotary attachment. It'll be on our YouTube page if you look for it. It's one of the last, easily one of the last 10 videos that we put out. But rotary attachment, how to connect it, and things to kind of consider as you're using your rotary. Then we have an awesome weekly contest winner this week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Pretty excited about it. Yeah. This one. Hey,
Yeah.
sweet.
Raving Components.
Raving Components took. I mean, this is 3 pieces of 3 mil birch.
Four.
Made it 4.
Oh, no.
The 3,
Yeah, it
right?
is
The
three,
base,
you're right.
just the 2 cross members and the base. And this really simple design is amazing. Like, look how great this Christmas tree is. It's got little places for candy. It's got the little base. It's all decorative. What a great project. Great job, Raving Components. You can check out their, they are available on the Instagrams at Raving Components is their hashtag. Give them a shout out, check them, give them a follow.
Thank you for submitting, Eric.
Yeah, we appreciate it. If you want to win a lens kit or $250 towards your next FSL purchase, all you have to do is submit one of your laser cut or laser engraved projects and use the hashtag FSL Weekly Contest. That's hashtag FSL Weekly Contest. Our social media coordinator, Megan, will find you out there on the interwebs, wherever you're at. And she always finds, you know, we get a dozen, I'd say, really great project every week of, what do you call it?
As you can see, the relevant ones win, right?
Absolutely. So if you're of the season, as you can see, Megan usually has her nose on things that are Christmas-like, Halloween-like, etc. So if you're, now we're moving into Christmas and the New Year's, not telling you what to do, but if you happen to have a Christmas or New Year's type project, you might want to submit it. You might want to win a project or a prize, or not a project, you'd win a prize.
I mean, they win projects every week.
You get free projects every week.
Just buy.
But you get that free lens kit, and people are like, well, what do I need a new lens kit for? You don't. You could either use that to get a replacement lens for your Muse or
I think
Pro.
that's pretty important.
Absolutely, and especially at the price point. And then if you have a brand new lens, you can get a 1.5-inch lens and do insanely more detailed engraving. So if you're looking to get a little more detail out of engraving, enter the contest, get a lens. The really easy way to go about it. If you're looking for examples on how 1.5-inch lens and a 2-inch lens engraved differently, we'll put a link up. I think it's above your head. Yeah, up over there.
It's over here, bro.
It's somewhere. Click on the link up there. We'll put it up there. But we'll link that back to the video where we actually compared that 1.5-inch, 2-inch lens here on the show. Yeah, I think we did an engraving of the NBA Finals. I think it was about a year ago that we did this. So we'll go back and dig up that from the archives and show you guys the example between the two. What else do we have? And if you could please stop by our social media pages if you aren't a Instagram follower, Facebook follower, and if you don't subscribe to our YouTube, go ahead and go do that. Trust us, it helps. If you follow us different places, give us different comments, different places, we'll listen to them all. So if you aren't that big on Facebook, that's okay. Find us on Instagram. If you're not that big on Instagram, not that big a deal. Find us on the YouTubes or the Pinterest or the Tweeters, whatever it is. Come find us, and we got content going out on every one of our platforms all the time. Well, as always, we have the Laser 101. .fslaser.com with all the Walker's projects, free material test, certificates, videos, tutorials, all kinds of stuff there. So make sure you check that out for all your laser needs. And until next time,
keep making.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you like those videos, please subscribe. We got more videos than me over here.
You're gonna use